pretty big deal.
Interesting. That makes a lot of sense. What about, can you tell us at all about the windows in condo buildings? I had heard that the city of Toronto basically had now made it so that the condo developers couldn't build condos with floor-to-ceiling windows anymore. And I believe there was some sort of issue with having windows going from the floor to the ceiling, some type of argon gas or something. Do you know anything about that?
Well, yeah, and there are lots of different changes, and I don't think we're done with the changes, by the way, around the windows. And, yeah, you're absolutely right. There are issues around leakage, there are issues around energy efficiency, and if you remember, we've got some high-rise buildings in the city where the windows have not stayed in place, which is incredibly dangerous.
Yeah.
So building technology is very sophisticated, and high-rise buildings have very unique problems in terms of wind pressures and so on. And I'm not sure we've got it completely figured out yet. And that's why I say I don't think we're done with the changes. Mm-hmm. So there are lots of things going on. The Trump Tower had its issues. We've had a number of buildings around window problems in high-rise buildings. So, yeah, it's kind of an unfinished story, I think, is the way it goes. And you're absolutely right. The building codes have changed. They've changed on railings and so on. And so there's improvements being made all the time. But the building scientists are trying to catch up with the architects and make sure everything that we build that's beautiful is also durable.
Right, yeah, which makes a lot of sense. Can you tell us, Alan, what part of the city do you live in, and do you rent or do you own?
I own a house built in 1921. We bought it in 1985, and so we've been there a long time. And we're in the Mount Pleasant and St. Clair area.
Awesome. Oh, that's right around the corner for me. Can you tell us, where can our listeners find Carson Dunlop? Where can they reach you?
Well, it can reach us by phone at 416-964-9415, by email at info@carsondunlop.com, and our website is www.carsondunlop.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us today, Alan. It's been super informative, and I really hope people have learned a lot about why a condo home inspection is, in fact, a good idea. Thanks so much, Alan.
DeVille, thank you.
Thanks so much for joining us today with some Toronto real estate market insights. You can visit my website at morrisonsellsrealestate.com, or to listen to more episodes, go to morrisontalksrealestate.com. Thanks so much for joining us.
You've been listening to The Morrison Report, hosted by DeVelle Morrison, sales representative for Bosley Real Estate Limited Brokerage, real estate investor and best-selling author, bringing you insights on the Toronto real estate market. Join us for another podcast.